This new N-Series blaster completely broke me. Brace yourself for a bit of a catch-up on N-Series darts and what I thought before and what I think now. Maybe it's the fact that I've recently gone through and reviewed all of the old Nerf Doomlands blasters, which seemed like pieces of art compared to your average N-Series blaster. Or maybe it's just playing with amazing community blasters like this Leedle Dynamics Corsair that is a one-shot blaster, but still manages to be incredibly cool. It's just bumming me out for how things have gone. Hang on, this is gonna be a little bit of a journey. About a year and a half ago, I was invited along with a few others to a Nerf event launching the N1 dart. The N1 dart, compared to a regular dart, is shorter and wider. It's a different caliber. I can't even show you a Nerf dart next to it because nobody uses Nerf darts. Nobody. Well, okay, adults like me don't use Nerf darts. Those who know. At that event, when we tried the new lineup of blasters, we were pretty skeptical about these darts, but you know what? They seemed to work pretty well in the enclosed ranges. The new blasters were kind of fun. They hit a little harder, and hey, we were at Hasbro headquarters at a launch of a new Nerf line. It was exciting. It was fun. Once we get home, these darts really didn't seem to be living up to the accuracy and improvement claims that were made. I think it is much more likely that these were changed to be more proprietary, obviously, and that really accuracy and performance didn't really come into it at all because they were only arguably better than original Nerf darts, and they were nowhere near as good as your average regular dart that we would use from Dart Zone. I was still kind of willing to give it a shot. There were some things about the blasters I liked. I thought for parties it might work well to have everyone using these ones that hit a little bit in between the old Nerf 70 FPS standard and rival speeds. But I don't know why none of us, including Nerf, was learning the lesson of Boomco or even Ultra or Hyper. Introducing a new ammo type can be a real big challenge and kind of rarely succeeds. Darts are cheap. Even expensive darts are relatively cheap. Darts are not infinitely reusable. You're gonna have to buy new darts at some point anyway. The thing that struck me about the N-Series darts wasn't the fact that it was a new dart and people would have to buy more. A lot of people complain about that, but you have to buy new darts eventually. The problem is you're playing with other people. You want to have the same darts. And that's been the big thing. That's been the reason I haven't taken a lot of N-Series to little stock community battles or even stopped using them at parties or events with younger kids, is I don't want to mix ammo types. I don't want to have to try to find all my original darts, or I don't want their darts jammed in my blasters, or them jamming these darts in their blasters, because kids generally don't pay attention. So having different shaped darts on the field, it's just a bit of a pain. Hey, I'm editing here. I thought I should mention, I don't even really like mixing short darts and long darts in a loadout. And if I'm using short darts, it kind of drives me crazy to mix Talons with Nightingale or Venom mags. But that is kind of an exception. I will occasionally do it because the short darts are actually offering something new, like maybe more accuracy, or the mags are just more compact. Maybe I'll run one as a secondary. So I'm not saying you'd never mix ammo types, but it's kind of an exception, and it better be offering you something to make it worth it, like accuracy or extra stopping power. But I digress. I've been noticing from running so many parties, so many events, I don't know what the books say. I don't know what the financials are. I don't know if these are a success, but I'm not seeing kids use them at events. Not just the ones that I'm running. I feel like I'm seeing less reviews, less coverage. The Loadout series, there are a few videos about the Galactic Commander. I even thought about modding it at one point, but then I was like, to what end? I could mod it, but I'm never gonna use it. So I didn't do anything else with it. I just ran an event last week where we had a round where we all used rough cuts. And you know what? You could aim them pretty accurately because we were able to use other types of darts. With N-Series, you can't try to fix the inaccuracy of an N-Series dart because it's the only option. I know that's what they were going for, but it's kind of its biggest weakness. Even if it's a cool shell, there's no way to fix the accuracy. I do kind of wonder if at some point they'll come out with an N-Series AccuDart, but oh boy. So here you have this new dart that's not very good. You have a community that's already primed to not like it. As much as I love this community, we can be pretty harsh. I actually think we were way too harsh on Nerf Pro It wasn't perfect by a long shot, but I don't know. The way people reacted, if I were Nerf, I would shelve that and never do it again. And is that what we really wanted? I mean, I guess it was. But it's not like we don't have lots of other options. So here we are. A year and a half has gone by. The luster, even for me, who gave these more of an honest shot, I think, than anyone in the hobby community that I know of, is done with them. I've packed up my N-Series blasters. I no longer use them for parties. They were more trouble than they were worth. N-Series darts seemed even more susceptible to jams than some of the other darts. And this might be a conspiracy, but I'm on the coast here. I found once my darts were open a while, they seemed more susceptible to swelling, taking on moisture. I would have a lot more jams with darts that visually looked fine after they've been open for a while. I have not rigorously tested that they're swelling. I just have noticed that all of my issues are with the N-Series blasters that have the breaches that a dart's being pushed into, like the Pinpoint or the Infinite. So I don't know. I might be full of it, but the theory that I have is that the darts are swelling a bit. I guess I'm backtracking a little bit because I don't want to tell people something that I'm not 100% sure of as if it's an absolute. I could be wrong, but I am right that they're jamming a lot once darts have been open. Maybe I just don't know why. I'm planning on getting rid of all of them on Marketplace or just Value Village. I'll keep the original lineup from the launch event for nostalgia. There were some cool ideas in there. I did love that Infinity. Even the Pinpoint had a cool look. I loved the Sprinter. I thought that was great. But to use the Sprinter ever again, I'll probably have to convert it to half darts. It just makes me sad. And I want to love it. So I just feel like, you know, survey of one, that can't be meaning good things. And it seems like they're sticking with N-Series. It's been a while. All the franchise blasters are coming out N-Series. I don't know. I don't know that they can keep going. Maybe they can. Maybe they're doing great. But blasters like this are not making me think they're doing great. This thing is cheap. It has a whole bunch of plastic flex to it. It doesn't have paint on either side. Drac would be very offended. It is essentially yet another ward. There's been a lot of criticism of blasters all being reshells and wards. Reshells happen for sure, but this is extra crazy. Not just a subtle clone of a ward, it is a ward with a bigger shell. Except it costs 4 times as much. It has the dinkiest stock. It has a thumb hole grip. You can't even put a thumb in. You can barely hold on to. 2 shots, not painted, bad colors. This looks like a knockoff. It looks real bad. And yeah, it has good photography, which makes it kind of look better, but there's so many better options for 20 bucks Canadian. I don't know. This is just making me a bit sad as someone who's been such a defender. Maybe it's going through all the older Nerf and everything, just making me think, oh boy, we are past our prime here. I really hope that there's a return at some point. I do like that there's a version of this that has a break action, even though it's 2 shots. That's cool. It's a gimmick. It's not even that it's 2 shots. It's just more of the same. I want to see something remotely different. Is that too much to ask? In the meantime, this is going back. I don't know what I was even thinking getting this. I just really would love to see Nerf, even though another change isn't ideal. I would love to see them go back to a standard dart. Maybe a better dart. One that people would actually use. One that we would buy and put in blasters and could hit something. Like, it already exists. There's gotta be a way to make a dart like Dart Zone's darts or Worker or other people that's somewhat affordable. There has to be. There's a bunch of other companies doing it. I just realized they're doing it too. Their Nerf Pro short darts aren't that bad and they're standard. I want Nerf to succeed.